What's up, everyone? Franco Devil's in the detail. Today we're doing a updated video of my garden gun setup, my garden nozzle. The very first video I did was subpar, just like all my videos. But yeah, we're doing a updated version. I very much prefer doing garden hose washes as opposed to pressure washers. Just my way of detailing and washing, maintenance washes, all that good stuff. I was on the hunt for a, what did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. I was on the hunt for a garden nozzle to suit my needs for washing. This one, we all know, it's a wand, but usually it's just a regular gun. You've got mist, you've got full cone, center, flat, jet, blah blah blah, shower. These are nice and they do the job, and I do like the wand because it reaches across hoods and roofs and you can get up into the fender wells as you're washing, but they don't last very long. There's whatever inner components are in here, hard water, they just don't stand the test of time. Even if you wang out all the water and put it away out of the elements, they just don't last. So I got into making these guys, and I was adding the Keeve nozzle, the shower nozzle, to this. So I was taking a pressure washer nozzles and putting them on these guns, and I haven't looked back. I mean, I couldn't find a perfect garden nozzle, so I made one, and I'm going to show you how to make it. But first, let me show you what it's all about. Yeah, I should give you an example of each nozzle and how I use them, and you can get an idea if this is something you want to try for yourself. So let's get right into it. So with the garden nozzle, I'm going to use a 2.5 orifice pressure washer nozzle, and what that's going to simulate for me is the misting action of a regular garden nozzle. I didn't turn the water on. Let's turn the water on right there. And I can pre-soak my car with the 2.5, maybe 3.0, be a little bit fatter of a mist, fatter droplets of water coming, to mist. But what the mist setting does for me is allows a pre-soak, and that'll soak up any loose dirt, debris, blah blah blah. Allow me to rinse that off safely. Also, if I'm using a chemical that needs dwell time, I can spray a chemical down, foam, spray on, and I can come in with a light mist to just extend that dwell time just a little bit more than allowing it to dry on the surface. So let's take a close look at the mist setting on the garden gun. And we've got a dirty roof, and that's all it takes. Just a quick misting. Allow it to grab all the dirt, loosen it up. So there you go. What I would do is just do the entire truck with a mist, let it dwell, mix some soap in a bucket, and go in for the rinse. Now let's show you the rinse. For the wheels, I like to use a fan spray, and I found a garden nozzle. In my original video, I recommended using a 10.0 orifice, and that worked, but it was very lacking. It needed some oomph. I found a pressure washer nozzle that is a 30.0 orifice. You can see right through this thing. It's freaking huge. On a garden hose, check this out. The fan spray I like to use on wheels, and I like to use the Keeve nozzle for the body, for the paint work. But let me show you what you get with the fan spray on a garden nozzle, on a pressure washer nozzle 30.0 on a garden hose. Those are words. I got it right. See, and this is why I like it for the wheels. And that extension allows me to get deep into the fender wells without getting my hands so close. I can just get in here and power blast all that grunge off there. Wheels. And that is a 40 degree, I don't think I mentioned that, but that is a 40 degree fan spray with a not a 3.0, a 30.0 orifice. And it works great. Now, fan spray, let's do the Keeve nozzle, aka the shower nozzle, and pop that on there. All right, let's show you that up close. And a nice gentle flooding action to grab all the grit and grime off. If you're using a pre-soak or a pre-foam, that's going to give it a nice thorough rinse, and you're off to the races. What is that? What is that spray pattern when it hits? What would you say? About the size of a softball? Maybe in between a baseball and a softball? A little bit bigger, about a grapefruit. So yeah, you've got plenty of rinsing action. And that's how I like to use my garden nozzle for washing. So much better for me personally than using a pressure washer. That's how I like to do it. Let me show you how to make one and stuff like that. It's been a minute since I made a video. Shut up. So to make this, it's nice and easy. I've got a Irriglad, garden nozzle. They come in 2 packs on Amazon. Fantastic guns. These are called pistol grip garden nozzles, and for obvious reasons, but these have a 3/4 inch thread on the outlet side, of course on the inlet for your garden hose, but this is key. And what I have here is, that's on there tight, I have an adapter that is 3/4 inch garden hose thread to a, this is a 1-piece 1/4 inch pressure washer nozzle inlet, or female. So there you have it right there. So I will have links for all this stuff, but this is what you've got. This will have a gasket in it. It doesn't. I'm just doing this for as an example, but that's all you need right there. A quick connect for your garden hose inlet if you'd like, and you are off to the races. That's all it is. Finding the correct garden nozzles. The Cube nozzle is still on the garden gun here. So you've got your shower, you've got a mist, and like I said, you've got a fan spray if you choose. This really and truly will get the entire job done. You don't have to worry about the other stuff unless you want to do it that way. So what I also ended up doing is making an extension, and this right here is just a 4-inch piece of pipe, National Pipe Thread MPT, and this is a male threaded 1/4 inch quick connect, and we've got the female side and the male side corresponding. You put that on that side, and I have a quick connect for pressure washer nozzles, and this is also a 1/4 inch NPT female thread right onto the male thread here, and I've got an extension. I like this, like I said, because I can get up into fender wells, I can reach across hoods, roofs. Yeah, it's just, to me, it's a little bit better than just having that right there. And the benefit of this also is, if you're not using your garden gun that day and you want to use a pressure washer, this is also going to fit on your pressure washer. This is a 2 luck pressure washer gun. Fantastic gun, but there you also have an extended reach. You can get deep into fender wells, all that good stuff right there. So this is a multi-use tool right here. So that's how we do it. I think I'm going to break this off to show you, because if you can't find this guy right here, I'm going to show you how to make this guy. So I'll be right back. All right. And actually, I found this one piece here from a subscriber. My last video, I showed this, and he said, hey, Amazon has this. I want to say this is actually a Rain Covo, but I'm not 100 on that. But let's say you can't find this one piece here to put on your garden gun and make that happen. So what I found was a 3/4 garden hose thread adapter with a 1/4 inch MPT thread, and that's how I was rocking this. Teflon tape, of course, on all your National Pipe threads. And this is just came in a kit, actually. What did I do with the piece here? I want to say when I bought this came in a kit. So I had the 1/4 inch National Pipe thread adapter. So this goes on like that, and you know, for all your pressure washing needs, you know, they come in all kinds of pieces that you can find. But for this adapter, like I said, 3/4 garden, 1/4 National Pipe thread. This piece goes onto here, and now you're good to go with your pressure washer nozzles on a garden gun. That's just this. If you can find this, great. If not, all hope is not lost. So there's that. And before I forget, let me show you the fan spray. For those of you who are interested in this nozzle, it is a 2-piece, just like this guy right here. Where did I do with it? It's still on here. This right here, like this nozzle right here, it's 1 piece. It's the actual nozzle and the connecting piece. This guy, if you can see, is the female version of that. So you buy this nozzle, and you have to buy another piece. It's a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. You make it happen, and you don't cry about it because you're a man or a woman. Yeah, so that's how you make this. But all the pieces will be listed down below, blah, blah, blah. If I get around to it, I'm lazy as shit. I landed on the 30.0 nozzle after using the tin for a while. I don't know where my tin is at to show you the difference, but it is a strong mist. If anything else, it gets the job done, but it's just not as fun. It takes a little bit longer to rinse. This guy you saw in action in the very beginning of the video, 30.0 was right in that sweet spot that I liked, and I'm going to show you the actual difference. I've got my gun up there. I've got, when I ordered the soft wash nozzles, that's what these are called. I bought a 30, I bought a 20, 30, 40. Maybe I didn't buy a 40. I bought a 50 and a 60. What I've got now is a 20 and I've got a 50 and I've got a 60 floating around somewhere, but it's just, let me show you the difference. And of course, this works with my pressure that I have from the house coming out of my garden hose. You might try this and find out you like a 40.0. You might like a 50. You might like a 20. So let me show you the difference in the spray patterns when you're getting into all this stuff. All right. So here is the 20.0 soft wash nozzle on a garden gun hose, blah, blah, blah. What's nice about this is it still works. Being a smaller orifice means I get harder pressure. I can still touch it with my finger, doesn't hurt. It is pretty forceful, but I would say this is nice if you want to blast bugs off the front end or your windshield or your mirrors. Smaller orifice, more pressure, larger orifice, more volume. So let's go from the 20 and show you, did I press record? Thank God. Let's show you the 50.0 nozzle. Now this is going to be big, fat, slappy water. And some of you might like that. That is maximum. Get off there. What the hell are you doing? That is maximum flow. And I don't like it. It's just too slappy, too messy. Uses a ton of water. And it's just kind of, it's a little too much. I might as well do this right here. You ever watch people wash their cars with the garden gun and they don't use, yeah. That's what a 50.0 to me feels like. Just this bullshit. That is horrible. Don't wash your car like that. You deserve better. So that was a 20, a 50. Let's go back to the 30. Where the hell did I do with it? There it is. Found it. So this is a nice mixture. For me personally, this is a nice mix of flow and pressure. Very nice. Like I said, this works with my pressure coming from my house. I would suggest buying a 30, but then again, you might like a 40. You might like a 20. So if this is something you're interested in, buy a couple. I believe they're about $10 to $12 a piece. Then you have to buy the actual connection point part. It's a pain in the butt, but yeah, that's pretty much how it's done. So let me get you back on the tripod and wrap this motherfucker up. So there you have it. Just a quick updated video on the garden gun. If you're interested, there will be parts lists and maybe links below. If you're not interested in this at all, I don't blame you. If you're a pressure washer user and you've always have been, you always will be, I highly suggest trying one of these out. 4-inch pipe, female 1/4-inch connector, your spring loaded McKillen's pressure washer adapter. Make this for your actual pressure washer gun, and just go in the comments and thank me, because this is so nice. Yeah, Franco, devil's in the detail. That's all I got for you today. Thank you for watching. Any questions, comments, blah, 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 down below. You know the drill. I'm going to go wash my S10.